And we up to some PC shenanigans. Hit me. Yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. You like that PC shenanigans? Well, we got some PC shenanigans. It says U.S. family flees Texas to Transgender Refuge, Minnesota. Dang, Minnesota. I ain't know y'all was a safe haven for the Bussy Squad, cuz. I didn't know that's where the transgenders come to lay low, cuz. So, meet Mary. Mary and her teenage child, Jasper, these are pseudonyms, clasped hands in a public park in Minneapolis. Dang, cuz, why they gotta disrespect the set like that, cuz? They had to make it. I hope they don't say the north side. You know, that's that south side stuff. So it's probably on the south side. Uptown, southeast to be exact. It says where they moved from Texas to ensure Jasper's safety amid anti-transgender bias. Come on now. You know what this sound like? This sound like black people moving from the South to escape the racists. Come on, cuz. Come on, man. Like, black people can't have shit, man. Damn, I didn't mean to curse. But come on, man. Now y'all migrating from the South to the North to escape oppressions. Stop it. Who we got in here this morning? Earth Angel, what up? Grand Rising. Who we got? We got Christina. What's up, sis? They at Loring Park. Hey, cuz, no, that's not the north side, cuz. It's not the north side. We don't do that. It says Minnesota know how to get that government money. Grab on. Hey, I ain't even gonna lie. You know I shoot video and shit, right? You know somebody paid me to shoot a documentary at the gay 90s, right? For like the drag queen joint. And in this documentary, there was one particular story that stood out. You know, all the dudes was gay and blah blah blah. A couple of them, one had AIDS and had a poly relationship with two dudes. It was crazy. But it was one dude in the documentary that was play gay. Like he said his story was, and I got the documentary on YouTube. I might have to pull it up one day. But he say he did it. He was doing the drag queen shit to get paid, and he you know he had a wife and a family and kids. He had a very but then they was hating on him because he wasn't really gay, like because he was faking gay. Like and he always had to scrap with the gay dudes because he wasn't really gay, but he was getting gay money dressing up in drag. It's crazy. But yeah, Minnesota is a weird spot. I ain't know we was the haven though, cuz I thought that was like Atlanta or something like that. But anyway, it goes on to say, with bills targeting transgender youth multiplying at alarming rates, Mary knew it was time to leave Texas and fast. She looked for places that she could raise a child safely and landed on northern, see how they using them words? Southern, northern. Come on, man. This is not what that is. Anyway, she's northern U.S. state of Minnesota, clear across the country. The idea of the state of Texas would portray the U.S. that way. I still can't really wrap my head around it, Mary said, sitting in the Minneapolis park with her 16-year-old Jasper on an unusually warm April day. I feel like this is much better, much safer, Mary added. Minnesota public officials have pointedly worked to make it a way, turning the state into a safe-style refuge for transgender children whose rights have access to medical care are being threatened elsewhere in the U.S. Oh my God. is there an epidemic of transgender youth across the country? Man, if y'all don't get the out of here with that, come on, man. Mary and Jasper aren't even their real names, as a duo chose to remain anonymous while speaking to the media amidst increasing online hate targeting transgender people. Ain't nobody turn. And if so, they PC people. If so, they black people don't even get. We got too many of our own issues to deal with to be even really be hating nobody. We don't hate on tethers. We don't hate on transgenders. We don't hate on the alphabet boys community. We ain't hating on nobody. We trying to get our check. That's what. See, that's the thing. They trying to throw up all of this smoke screen. This right here is actually designed to ruffle feathers of people that know, and I know how they trying to describe this sounds like somebody escaping the dirty South from oppression, went to the North to find a better lives on the Underground Railroad. If I hear railroad in this article, like many Texans, Mary and Jasper, who identified as boy and uses the pronouns them and they, have strong affinity for the Lone Star State. In Minnesota, they're far from family and friends. Oh! At the same time, the warm welcome they received up north was a stark contrast from the increasingly conservative atmosphere they face in Texas. So associate anti-gay with conservatives. Black people, y'all better vote. Y'all better get conservatives. School officials did not bat an eye when Jasper wanted to use the name that didn't match their birth certificate. The ease of the whole process brought Mary to tears. That's not cool. That's not cool. So it's like the district is forcing the teachers to do mental gymnastics to figure out what to call kids and all of that. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. Coffin or closet. It's not those two choices. It says there's a culture war around abortion, education, race, and racism, and now transgender children. See, racism, transgender children, black, anything else. You see, abortion supposed to be black, education supposed to be black. The same two things that they throw up in our face that we should get instead of a check. Get some education now. Y'all should get free college now. What is free college going to do for a 47-year-old? I'm re-entering the school at 50, going back to school. Get the out of here. Anyway, it says some Republicans control states have passed laws that prohibit children from using bathrooms that don't match their sex assignment at birth, despite studies that show that there's increasingly no risk of assault. That's not true. We did the story where one school let one boy girl go into, what was it, a girl's bathroom. He sexually assaulted her not once but twice, and nobody was none the wiser. They didn't report nothing. So it's happening. You think you're gonna let a young teenage adolescent boy in puberty, no matter if he think he a girl or not, go around some girls and his anatomy don't react and he don't know what to do and he don't do nothing? Yeah, they might talk about they don't like fish, but when they see it and smell it, it'd probably be a different story. In Texas, the government ordered that the state agency tasked with fighting child abuse to launch inquiries into parents of transgender children. I agree. Something must be wrong. They ain't parenting right. In an effort to currently tie up in the court system. Meanwhile, states like California, Illinois, and Minnesota have declared themselves sanctuaries for transgender youth. You want to know what I want to know? When is there going to be a sanctuary for black people? And all the atrocities and all the targeting and everything that we receive, since everybody can tell you all the disparities, all the misfortunes of black people, where the black people sanctuary city gonna be? You got one for immigrants. You got one for, I guess, transgenders. All these so-called endangered peoples. Y'all got special forces, Asian task force. Hold on, y'all over here snapping out. Let me put the comment section up here because I don't want to miss what y'all saying. It says it's a money grab. Laos, Africa, Mexico, now trans. Government funding. Immigrants. Yep. Is say they never heard of San Francisco. Minnesota's already overpopulated. I agree. Dang, we got Somali Town, we got Hmong Town, we got Brooklyn Park, we got Nigeria City. I mean, there's immigrants all over Minnesota, cuz. Jeez. It said Minnesota keeps a surplus of money. I swear Minnesota got bread. North Side is beautiful. Man, you know, when I go back, matter of fact, I'm gonna be in the city here shortly, y'all. I'm gonna come through the spot. You know what I'm saying? I'm rolling through. You know what I'm saying? The hood near you. So I'm coming back to the flat. But man, the North Side is a beautiful place, man. You know what I'm saying? They try to make it hood and make it seem so ghetto and highlight little frivolous little shootings when you could probably go out to Farmington, Minnesota, and they don't talk about Timmy who killed his whole family listening to Let the Bodies Hit the Flow. 6 people dead in one house. They don't talk about that kind of stuff. But yeah, man, why the comments don't appear? Where the comments? Somebody put a comment so I can see if it's gonna come up there. I want to see comments because I had put the thing up. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and get off. But man, listen, I ain't know it was all like that in Minnesota, man, is what they saying. It says last week, Minnesota legislature passed a trans refuge bill that would guarantee legal protection for transgender people coming to Minnesota from anywhere else. Where's the city black people can go to and get protections from racist race soldiers in the slave patrol? Where do we go to get protection from predatory lending practices and 300% and 400% payday loans and stuff like that? Where do we go to get away from, you know, highways ripping down a whole community, and then we have a parade called Rondo Days about it, and then y'all want people to stop the parade? Man, it's crazy in Minnesota. Minnesota, the only place that you can go to the club. Do they still do the horses at night? Now, I bet you Texas didn't know when you go up to Minnesota and you go to the club on the weekend and they want to funnel you home that they got horseback. They be wrangling niggas on horseback in Minnesota after the club. You can't kick it on the club on the black nights. On the black nights, is horse wrangling and street shut off straight to the highway. You gotta go right home. Go right to the highway. Don't kick it. Don't pass go. Don't hit no blocks. Go home, or we're gonna spray you with mace off the horseback. Is it still like that? I've been gone a little minute. Can somebody confirm that for me? That is still like that? It says y'all saw an Asian guy over there shooting at SWAT on the north side. Oh, that's what happened recently? I ain't heard about that. Man, could you send me a link? Send me a link to that. I'd love to do that story. Because you know what kind of story that is? That's one of these stories. Savage Media. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of play that anyway because I love that intro. But yeah, I love to talk about the model citizen. So please send me that article. I'll post that up immediately. Look here, man. Look here, man. Bottom line is they got a whole bunch of jibber jabber. Basically, come to Minnesota. Look, if you're sick of the government, all in your genitals, all on your sexual preferences, come to Minnesota. That's what Minnesota said. If you transgender and you sick of everybody all in your business, what up? Ron Savagery in the place to be. Big brother almighty light bright supreme. What's going on with you, sir? You dig? Up in here tapping in, you know what I'm talking about? I didn't know Minnesota was the bussy haven, though. The haven for bussyitis. Let me see what the last thing they want you to say. You know, the last paragraphs is usually what they want to keep you with. It says for kids who have reached puberty or older, it may involve these hold on, that sounds juicy. Let me go back a little bit. Uh, it says gender affirming care is a complex issue that defies partisan divides. Even some progressive parents say they worry about the treatment being offered too early, as far as the fear that kids could also ultimately repress their gender identity and might regret the surgery. Well, we've done plenty of stories on transgender saying, don't do it. I did it and I wish I could go back. And let me tell y'all something. Y'all want to know something? And this is just gonna be flat out that nobody talks about it. Big brother, light, bright, supreme, almighty. That's right, my boy. I said it right. He said it could happen a couple of days ago for a channel. OCD. I'm done moving. I done moved up. Man, get me that Earth Angel. I need that. I need that story. But listen to this. Let me tell y'all something. And this is something that nobody talks about. Dwayne Wade, with your little son there. Do you know when they do the little surgery, right, and they slice the thing down and peel it open and push it in and blah blah blue bee blam blam blam? Do you know they now got a gaping, festering little hole in them? A nasty little box that gets all type of disease, the bacterials and rosmerials, and do you know that? Did you know that? They get a nasty, festering, sunken place hole of a box that's like non-useful, really. That like I watched, it was this one video on TikTok where this one was saying that they gotta keep a dildo to constantly keep it open because it's a wound that wants to close because it ain't a real pee. Right, so you want to go through like they like kind of also kind of got to walk around with a plug in or like having it in, or like he was explaining like how if he wanted to be with somebody days before he got to make sure it's open because it closes up on its own. Oh man, what's cool about that? What's alright about that? I don't really get it. Yeah, they gotta do all type of extras, read all about it just to, and then it's pills, it's antibacterials, it's infections, it's just be a dude. It's real easy. What's wrong with being a dude? How could your dad want you to make that kind of, unless he want to be on the bussy side of the game, unless that's some vicarious, but that's another episode. I ain't gonna hold you. But I'm a mold you, fold you, scold you about being on code. I ain't said that in a while. And then I got like 4 words for you. It's love. It's the P. He said, shaking my head, their bodies will continuously fight to close a surgically made cooter. That's right. It doesn't get wet. It just is an extra dry pocket. he got a pants pocket. They walk around with a pants pocket, a jean pocket, a denim pocket. Cuz you tripping. Chris, you tripping. Cuz walking around with a pocket on. All right, I get it. Hold on real quick. Cuz just sent me something. Historically black. Hold on. Historically black. Uh-oh. Why you send me this? Is this the next story I'm about to do? Yep. Oh, since we on Minnesota, I got another one. I got a twofer for y'all. Next story. Historically black fraternities, sororities looking to invest in Minneapolis. I wonder why. See, shout out to the news guru, Von Savage. Even when he ain't even on, he hit me with news. Bow, 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 bow. Still hit me with news. He ain't even on the episode and he got news for me, boy. The boy's on point now. You're on top of your game there, Jackson. You're firing on all cylinders there, boy. You know, You know, you're pushing in reverse, boy. You're still moving. That's what I'm trying to told you now. Listen here now. I'm gonna have to close it out now. You know I got 4 words for you, don't you there? Uh-huh. I got love. That's that love, boy. From the bottom of my heart there, boy. In the ventricular vessels there, boy. In that, all up in there. Now, the cardiorascaris. Now, the cardio side. Then you got the piece now. That can involve 2 fingers most of the time. But most of the time, it's that blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm talking about? Then you got the blessings. Well, you always got to give them the blessing. Here goes some more news. Y'all hear that news? FBI to lead internal review in internal case of a man shot and killed by federal agents in North Minneapolis. Oh. Why you doing it to me on live, man? We coming back with some more news, man. We coming back with some more news. We got 2 more Minnesota articles you just hit me with. Was you trying to hop in? You want some parts of this now? You want some? Huh? I'm just fucking with you. Love, peace, blessings, and aloha. I'm out the door. How for sure. How you already know how. All I want to know is, can I get a yeah?